Hey, what's your why? What's the most important thing that's on your mind as a pre-med student? I betcha it's getting into medical school and doing whatever it takes to be a doctor. I know that's what you want. That's why you wake up every day, you hit the books, you study, you volunteer, you're doing everything possible to become a doctor. But you know the road is not easy. I can tell you all the stats and statistics about people and get in medical school. How there's a 60% rejection rate from first time applicants. That's basically 2 out of 3 applicants being rejected from medical school. I can tell you about the numbers that you need to get in. You need above a 3.7 GPA. You need an MCAT score that's a 510 or above. How does that feel knowing everything's stacked against you to become a doctor? What are you going to do to change that situation for yourself and give yourself a competitive edge, a competitive advantage so that you can get into medical school and become a doctor? Because I'm sure you talked to a lot of your pre-health advisors. Maybe they took a look at your GPA, your transcript, and overall they're like, okay, you know what? We think you're a very smart, intelligent person, but maybe pre-med and going to medical school isn't for you, and you should think about a different career. And that's so crushing. That just beats at the heart of everything you are and what you want to do in life, and it just hurts a lot. There's a lot of people have been through that, and it sucks. You don't want to realize that somebody's telling you that your dreams aren't going to materialize. And unfortunately, there's a lot of truth to that because if you look at how many people are applying to medical school, one medical school, they have a class of 150 students. They receive over 13,724 applications for 150 spots. You know what that means? They need to screen the most efficient way possible. And you know what they're doing? They're using computers. And so they're just putting minimum cutoffs. If you don't have the GPA, if you don't have the MCAT score, no human's going to look at your application. It's going to get automatically rejected. That's where you have that 60% rejection rate. And that's why you're not getting in. A lot of students think, oh, I'll just bank in my personal statement, my extracurriculars to give me a look. But that's not going to happen because you don't even have the numbers for somebody to even take the time to look at your application. This is demoralizing. So what are you supposed to do as a pre-med student when it's this competitive? You know you want to be a doctor, and it just seems like everything is stacked against you, and you're not making it how you want to make it, and you have all of this pressure because all you can imagine, all you can envision is yourself getting into medical school, being a doctor, having your white coat, having your stethoscope, having people look up to you, having the respect, knowing that you're actually helping people, you're saving lives. But this isn't happening if you don't get into medical school. As my one Harvard TA professor said, no medical school, no surgery, no millions, all down the drain. That's horrible, and that shouldn't happen to you. And so let me tell you about myself so you can have a little bit idea what's going on. Hi, my name is Jason Spears. I'm a fourth year medical student in New York City, and I'm the founder of drpremed.com. And a little bit of my academic background. I told you about the Harvard TA. I completed my pre-med requirements at Harvard Summer School. I went to undergraduate at Northwestern University in Evanston, Illinois. I was a political science major, and I also have a Master of Arts in Medical Sciences from Boston University School of Medicine, fourth year medical student. And I got to tell you, one of the most exciting, the most joyous occasions in my life, there's a lot of things that happened in my life, but it was receiving that medical school acceptance letter. Because once you get that first letter that says you're accepted in medical school, your life is never going to be the same. No matter what happens, no matter what occurs, you're going to be a doctor. You just know that because you got into medical school. So that's the biggest hurdle is getting into medical school. And once you get in, like you're on cloud nine. You see me smiling right now. I'm just smiling because I think about everything I went through to get into medical school. And now I'm here. I'm about to graduate, going to have the title of doctor behind my name and all of that good stuff that comes along with it. But it's totally what I want to do. And I know you want that for yourself as well. So what are you going to do so that you can get there? And this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to help you along with that process because I've been there, I've done that. I applied to medical school. I successfully got in. I'm about to graduate medical school. And so I want to help you guys get into medical school. I want to help you get into medical school. And I want to do the most efficient, to give you a fast track way that's going to give you a competitive advantage to make sure that your dreams of becoming a doctor actually come true. And so how I'm going to do this, I have my 7 steps to medical school admission success. If you follow this pathway, you're going to get into medical school. You're going to be happy. You're going to have the stethoscope. You're going to have your white coat ceremony where you're going to cross the stage. You're going to shake the dean's hand of the medical school, and he's going to put that white coat on you and welcome you into the exclusive club and field of medicine. And when your name's called and when that coat goes on, you're going to be so excited. Your classmates are going to be clapping for you. But what's even greater is your parents, your family, your friends, they're going to be so proud of you because you did what you set out to do, and that's to get into medical school to make that happen for you. And so my 7 steps for getting into medical school, the first thing I want to cover is you got to know your MCAT. Your MCAT matters. That's the number one factor for getting into medical school is your MCAT, followed by your GPA. And then I'm going to talk to you about your personal statement. And then a lot of students, they have questions about extracurricular activities. Not all activities are the same. I'm going to show you the activities that you can do to stand out from the crowd, to give yourself that competitive advantage. So when the AdCom looks at you and your application, they go, yes, this is the applicant we want to admit. They have exactly what we're looking for, and it's a no-brainer for them to admit you. Once you got your extracurriculars, I'm going to talk to you about letters of recommendation, how to actually get good ones, the ones that actually make a difference, that actually AdComs like, okay, this person's confident, they're capable, they have a glowing letter of recommendation, it isn't filled with BS, we actually believe what's in here. And I'm going to also talk to you about your secondaries, how to write them, the time frame of getting them back into the school so that you're on the right track with that. We're going to talk about interviews as well for medical school, and I'm going to just cover everything. These are 7 steps that you absolutely need to follow and adhere to, and this isn't just run-of-the-mill advice of your typical pre-med advisor who's never even applied to medical school, doesn't even know AdComs about how to get in. And why do I know all these AdComs? I probably forgot to mention this, but I was the president of the Pre-Med Society at Northwestern University, so I'm friends with the AdComs for the top medical schools. These are the people that make decisions on whether you're going to get in or not. And when I give you advice and when I tell you what you need to do, it actually works. It's not just, oh, this worked for Jason, so you should follow it. No, you're getting advice from AdComs, physicians, medical representatives, committee officers, medical students, professors at all level, college, graduate school, even in medical school, even some deans as well. So you're not going to be led astray. I call this, you're getting access to my pre-med dream team. So if you're ready to take the next step, I have my 7-step program for you that's available, that's going to take you to the next level, where if you thought you were a diamond in the rough pre-med, didn't know what was going on, now's your chance to get ahead, to do everything right, and not make any missteps, any pitfalls, or stuff that can totally derail and kill your chance of getting into medical school. So if you're ready for this, look below, there's a link, click on it, do what it says, because I'm ready to help you. I'm ready to see that you're in medical school, that you have your white coat, that you're going to be a future doctor, that all your dreams could come true, that you're going to beat the 60% of rejects for medical school. You're going to be the one of the kids who got in, who's now living your dream. Everybody looks up to you when you're like, yeah, medical student. Oh, what specialty you want to go? Oh, wow, your parents must be so proud of you. All that good stuff that happens with it. But you know all the work that goes into it. It's not easy. Yeah, it's good to have those accolades, but there's a lot of work that goes into it. Late nights, all of that uncertainty, and everybody's always wondering as a pre-med, what are my chances? What can I do to get ahead? I just look around and it just seems so hard. Well, today that all changes for you with my 7-step program for getting into medical school. This is an acceptance way that you need to follow. You need to stick with me because I'm going to show you the way. I'm going to make sure you become the doctor that you always wanted to be. So let's work together. Let's make this happen. Again, this is Jason with drpremed.com, the pre-med website that I founded, and I'm ready to make sure that you join me in walking across that stage as student doctor. Thanks, and look forward to helping you on your journey to medical school and beyond.